guys, this is Huma Qureshi.
This is Gurinder Chadha.
And you're watching the T-Series official YouTube channel.
Check out our music for Partition 1947. Beautiful music by Mr. A.R. Rahman.
You will love it.
Berlin International Film Festival was amazing. It was a massive crowd, and
we got a standing ovation.
We got a standing ovation.
Wow.
People loved the film, and it was very exciting. You know, when you work so hard in putting together a film that's so personal and so political and sort of challenges the history that you've always been told. You know, you never know quite how an audience is going to take it. So for us, Berlin was the first time the film was being seen by an audience. Most people around the world that I've been talking to as the film opens around the world, most people in the world don't even know that India was partitioned. They don't even know what happened at that time. And that's been really shocking to me. And even in England, a lot of Indian people don't even know exactly what happened. So
very unfortunate in that.
So in that sense, you know, I'm very appreciative that the film has actually taught a whole different generation about their own history. I was driven to make this film because I grew up under the shadow of partition myself. I grew up in England, but I never had an ancestral homeland growing up, and my ancestral homeland was what was now Pakistan, a different country that I couldn't visit. And so there was always that sadness, and also my grandmother, my nanny, she came to live with us when I was quite young, and she'd been quite traumatized by events at that time. So when we were, you know, at home and we used to watch television, whenever a villain came on or any bad music, she would get very upset and make us turn the television off. You know, and we'd say, "No, Bidgie, it's okay. You're in England now." You know. But as a child, I remember she was so traumatized, you know. So I grew up with it, but then also my grandfather's house is there. My grandmother was there with her 5 children in 1947, and their journey, you know, was very painful from that side to this side. And I wanted to record that, and I wanted to make a film to say this is what happened to me and my family, you know, and now how do we move forward from this? How do we move forward from partition 70 years on?
You know, we know about the partition, but it's such an important story to take to a larger audience. It's also important for us, considering it's 70 years of our independence and 70 years of partition, to revisit the story and to understand what is it that we can take from it today. Be better citizens, be better people, learn. Or I guess, you know, that the fact that hate does not really lead to anything, and you know, partitioning lives, partition homes, it's not just a line on a map, it's between people's homes, their lives, their loves, and well, it was the largest forced migration of people ever. You know, and it's something that has scarred the politics, the lives of so many people in the subcontinent. So I think it was a very important story to sort of tell. And I loved my role. I read the script. I thought Alia was amazing. I thought she was strong, she was feisty, she believed in a unified India, a Muslim girl in love with a Hindu boy. At that point in time, a very brave choice. I just thought like it was one of the best scripts I'd ever read.
You know what? I was very, very lucky with shooting in India. I always have been. India's always been a great place for me to shoot. You know, I've shot 3 films here now. You know, what I loved was that I was able to get permission to shoot in the real Viceroy's house in Rashtrapati Bhavan. And so we shot some scenes there, and then we also shot in a building that looked similar, was built at the same time, which was Umaid Bhavan, the Maharaja of Jodhpur's palace in Rajasthan. So the look of the film is very, very sumptuous, very rich, and very distinctly 1947. So I was lucky in that respect, and I have a great crew in India that I always work with, and tremendous support. And what I love about Indian crews is they always give like 101%. You know, because they love film. You know, India has a great film culture, and so I find that you know, the shooting experience here has always been, you know, really, really good for me. I think one of the high points for working on this film for me was working with Mr. A.R. Rahman, because I got to work with somebody who's incredibly spiritual and, you know, quite emotional in his own way. And of course he is a man of few words, you know, famously for that. But he is able to communicate an enormous array of emotions, you know, in just a few notes, you know. And so it was wonderful watching him and working with him on the film. And obviously for him, you know, it's a sensitive subject. You know, he is a Muslim, you know, I'm a Sikh. You know, we were in Chennai, you know, making this film on Partition, the music of it. And I think he was able to transcend what each of us are and create a soundtrack and songs that are, you know, very, very human and very dignified, and really get underneath, you know, the politics, you know, any petty politics, you know, and you know, and so the music for me is, you know, has tremendous gravity.
Though the Loki will be my favorite track, I think it represents everything that the film is about emotionally. Talks about politics, talks about the romance, and it's just such. But at the same time, it's a very uplifting track. So that's my favorite track.